Welcome to the TMP group. My name is Tom. Today is Tuesday. It's the 15th of March, 2022. Super happy that you decided to stop in today. Think you're going to like what I've got for you. I did want to address a topic or answer some questions that I've been getting asked very frequently and recently. And that question is, Tom, how do we set up a portfolio, or how would you set up a portfolio if you were just starting right now, or if you were shifting your positions into a portfolio that will create $1 million within the next 10 to 15 years. And the reason I say 10 to 15 years is I have two plans I want to outline today. Depending on where you are in life, what your age is, what your risk tolerance is, I'm going to give you an example of the Great 8 that I like to invest in as my money trees. And these are stocks I simply buy and hold and that I average into every single week, and show you the power of compound interest and what it would take to build a portfolio from scratch, depending again on how old you are, whether it be in the next 10 years or next 15 years or 16 years, to have $1 million net worth portfolio. Before I jump into it, I have to tell you that I'm not a financial planner, not a financial advisor. Anything that you hear on the channel from the TMP group is simply for educational and entertainment purposes only. That being said, let's jump right into it. What are we doing? What kind of plan do we have to generate $1 million in the next 10 to 15 years? If you do not have a plan, then you are planning to fail. So I'm going to put a plan together, show it with you over here on this channel today. And you can adopt it, you cannot adopt it, take what you want from it. Again, this is just my opinion, but the numbers don't lie. So when we're planning to build a portfolio that we want to create generational wealth with, that's wealth that we can pass on to our children, our children's children, we have to make sure that we're in the right stocks. Now, I have, if you follow the channel, I have 8 stocks that I consider my money trees. These are 8 stocks that I call the Great 8. Up until last year, it was the Super 7, but I did add one, and that one addition was Berkshire Hathaway in the form of Berkshire B shares. So I'm going to go over with you 8 different stocks that I believe we can buy and hold for the next 10 to 15 years that will create generational wealth and give us $1 million or a 7-figure portfolio. Now, just because they've done well in the past does not mean they'll do well in the future. However, these 8 stocks have outperformed the market. They are at the leading edge of their technology, and I believe that they will continue to outperform over the long term. Sure, there's going to be volatility and choppiness, in the immediate future, and over time, if we zoom out, we will see that these stocks do perform. So let's go over the Great 8. The Great 8 include the following: Apple, Berkshire Hathaway, Tesla, Nvidia, Google, Microsoft, Facebook, Meta. Okay, so there you have it. Hopefully I covered them all. Yep, didn't miss any of them. And I want to talk to you about what type of position you need to have and how you need to average into these on a weekly or monthly basis in order to create the generational wealth. So let's take a look at a 1-year level on each of these, and then a 5-year level. Then we'll average them out, and then I'll jump into the plan and show you exactly how it works. So I do have some notes here I'm going to refer to. The first one is Apple, ticker symbol AAPL. Just this year, and this does include the most recent downfall that we've had, the sell-off that has come from January to where we are now in March. But in the past 12 months, Apple is still up 27%. And in the past 5 years, it has a 340% return. Apple. Next one is BRK.B. This is the B shares of Berkshire Hathaway. 1 year, 27%, a lot like Apple. And over the past 5 years, 89%. Facebook, or Meta. I still refer to it as Facebook. Facebook has been getting hammered. Over the past 12 months, it is down 28%. It's a negative 28%, and we will add that into the equation. Over the past 5 years, it's up 38%. Taking a look at Google, ticker symbol GOOG. Google is up 25% over the past year, And over the past 5 years, 207% return. How many times have you looked at a stock and said, if I only would have been in this 5 years ago, I'd have a 200% return on my money? Then the question is, how much money would you have put into it? So we don't like to wish upon a star. We like to invest in companies that we feel will continue to thrive regardless of the economy and the world events that are going on. We believe that Google is one of them. Another one that I have in the grade 8 is Amazon, ticker symbol AMZN. Amazon also down over the past 12 months, 4%. Puts Amazon at a great buy right here. However, over the past 5 years, it is up 245%. Screamer. Moving on, we have Microsoft, MSFT. Microsoft is the 6th stock that I'm giving you in the grade 8. It's up 22% on the year and 341% over the past 5 years. Next one is NVIDIA, NVDA. NVIDIA, monster gains. Even with its recent decline, NVIDIA is up 79% over the past 12 months and up 828% over 5 years, almost 1,000% gain. Those are the kind of gains we're looking for. We want to have them in our long-term retirement investment portfolio. Rounding off the grade 8 is none other than Tesla, TSLA. Tesla at 15% for the past year. Again, Tesla, we've seen it drop from about $1,200 back down below $8. It's trading right now around $800. Over the past 5 years, Tesla has had a 1,537% gain. Now, if we take all 8 stocks and we average them for the year, we get a 20%, 20.375% return just this in the past 12 months. If we go out a little further, zoom out, we look at the past 5 years, these 8 stocks have performed. They have performed to 453%. So that has a lot to do with Tesla's 1,500%. If I take Tesla's 1,500% out of there and still do the math, I'm at a 298% average over the past 5 years. Okay, that was then. This is now. What do we need to do to start today, if you haven't started, or to rebuild our portfolios and get them in a position that we can make $1 million over the next 10 years and 15 years. Now, I keep saying 10 or 15. I'm 50 years old. I figure in 10 years, I need to add an additional $1 million into my net worth. So with a $50,000 investment in each of these 8 stocks collectively, so we're looking at about $6,250 per stock, is my recommendation. $50,000, we use a 20% return. In 10 years, if you start today and invest $50,000, and then for the next 10 years, add $500 a week, and that's what we're looking to do, $2,000 a month, $500 a week. In 10 years at a 20% return, our estimated total is $1,051,254. Okay, so topic comes up. Tom, I don't have $50,000 to invest. Well, at 50 years old, you should have $50,000 to invest. If you don't, that's okay. I'm going to show you how to get there. So what we're going to do is we're going to add another year onto our 10-year projection, and we're going to take it out 11 years. And instead of putting $50,000 in, we are going to start with $25,000 the first year, but we're not going to dump $25,000 into it. We're going to go $500 a week for 52 weeks. That gives us $26,000 as our first year investment. And then we're going to continue to invest an additional $500 a week into each stock. So there's 8 stocks, $500 a week. We're looking at about only $62.50 per stock per week. Now, in 11 years, remember, we've made our $26,000. That's our initial investment in our first. Now we're investing an additional $26,000 every single year in the form of $500 a week. That will put our estimated total after 11 years at $1,104,324. If that's still too rich for you, or you're not in a position to put that kind of money out, I understand. Let's say that you're 20 years old or you're 30 years old. You're watching this and you do not have that kind of capital. You can't put $500 a week in. you can put 200 a week in. Let's take 200 and see what that looks like. It's going to take us a little bit longer. I'm going to look at 16 years, assuming we have no money, no initial payment to put in the market. My goal is to get 10,000 into this market as quickly as possible. If I do 200 a week for the next 52 weeks, I have $10,400 in the market. Let's round it to 10. Now, 15 years on top of the first year for a total investment of 16 years. If I continue to get a rate of return at 20% from the Great 8, and I continue diligently to put $200 a week into the market, or 8 stocks at $25 a piece per week is $200 a week, in a grand total of 16 years, that will give me an estimated total of $1,184,210 after 16 years. I know I went through that pretty quick. My point is this: it doesn't matter where you start, as long as you start and you invest in something. I've given you 8 great stocks. I call them the Great 8 for a reason. They do not disappoint. They're tried and tested over time. So, question now is up to you. What kind of plan are you going to commit to? First of all, you have to have a plan. Put it in writing. Remind yourself of it every single day. Commit to it. If it's 200 a week or 500 a week. If you have a $50,000 stake in the market right now, is your money in the right stocks? Are these stocks going to perform for you? We don't know about any of them, but we can look at the past and we can take a look and see where these are going in the future. My firm belief is that the Great 8, including Apple, Berkshire, Facebook, aka Meta, Nvidia, Google, Amazon, Tesla, that they will all continue to perform. We may have some downturns. We could have some downtimes. I told you right now, if you look at Facebook, Facebook is down. It's a great buy. Tesla, as a very low a gain over the past 12 months. I consider that a great buy right now. Amazon, also a great buy right now. Nvidia is a great buy. Gosh, they all are right now. Guys, now is the time to invest our money and invest it wisely and continue to pay ourselves. Create that generational wealth. Start the wealth chain. If you don't have one in the family, be the first. Something we can pass on from generations to come. Hope you enjoyed the video. I do appreciate you making it this far. Like I said, if you leave a like, that would sure help us out. And leave a comment, maybe what your favorite stocks are. If you have a top 8 or top 10, what they are. One last thing, if purchasing shares of Google and Amazon, which we know they're both going to split, but if let's say that you don't have $2,000 or $3,000 to buy a share, or you don't have $200 to buy a share, and you need dollar cost average into these stocks, I do have 2 links down below. One is to Webull, the other is to Robinhood. Yes, my main account is with TD Ameritrade. However, if you need an account that you can set up to do fractional shares, I'd recommend either of them. And then I also have 2 links, one to Coinbase and one to Crypto.com, where they're giving away some free stuff when you sign up. And just commit yourselves. That's all it takes. Stay away from the FUD, the fear, the uncertainty, and the doubt. Invest in companies that are strong companies. When you buy a stock, you're buying the company. Have a passion for it. If you wear Nike shoes and you love the brand Nike, Nike's a good stock for you. If you're drinking Starbucks every day, Starbucks could be the stock for you. If you're a gamer and you understand Nvidia and the Nvidia chips, or if you're big into the metaverse and trying to invest in the metaverse, look at what Nvidia is able to do with its artificial intelligence. Okay? If you use an Apple phone, an iPhone, then invest in Apple. Again, these are just my opinions. It's not financial advice. However, they work. Every day is an opportunity in the market. We need to seize the day and seize the opportunity. Thanks for showing up, and I hope to see you on the next video.